Hey guys, welcome back and everything. Sorry I've been away for a decent amount of time and everything, and that the video has been delayed for a while. But we're gonna go ahead and get it started off with everything like that as well. We just had some stuff going on with life and everything like that, so wasn't in the mindset to make the video and everything like that. But I've been reading the comment sections and some a lot of stuff on Twitch and everything like that, and a lot of the video suggestions has been around Helena meta and everything like that. And I know that I'm late to the Helena meta and the entire thing, and there's a lot of videos on it and about it, but I want to give my sense about Helena meta and some of the stuff that I've seen, such as far as strategies against her, because she is one of the different ones as far as the other two metas that we have seen that require a little bit different outputting, everything like that, for a source of damage, some combinations, gear to be exact, because some of the gear layout that I've seen with support is kind of interesting, so to say the least, and everything like that. And for all the new players joining in and everything like that as well, I hope you guys are having a good day and everything so far. I welcome you guys into the channel and everything like that. Well, if you guys are new here, welcome in and everything like that as well. If you guys are continuing, then I welcome you guys back in again. Thank you guys again so much for the continuous support, as we are almost up to actually 1.1k now, which is just awesome. We're still going up and everything like that as well, and I want to be more consistent with videos and everything like that, and this is going to be one of them. So we'll go ahead and start, and this will be the video on Helena meta. Some other comments is I should start be going obviously in directions of what I'm talking about and everything like that as well. So we have Helena meta now, which is one of our current and eventually ending soon meta ships that are attainable as of right now. So far we have had Hiru, and we had Arc Royal. My brain is dying slowly, and now we have Helena. Personally, as far as a ship, Helena meta is actually really solid. She has very good stats, and she has really good skills as well, and she synergizes as well with other metas and everything like this as well. So my personal opinion is a lot of people were kind of complaining about her or shitting on her at the start and everything like that, but with a few like her simulation and stuff like that, and getting more copies of her, she's one of the funnest ones so far that I actually really enjoy, and I'm happy that we finally got a front line. I'm sad that we're going back into a back line now that Soryu meta is announced, so that now we have 3 carriers to 1 front line. I was hoping that we would get uh, that Fuso meta possibly that a lot of people have been saying that was going to be the next meta that they released an anniversary and everything like that as well, or it's going to be a new ship. As far as that, we don't really know as of right now, but Helena meta, very solid overall ship in terms of damage, really good utility as far as skills and everything like that as well. Her skills are very unique, and I actually like her skills and everything as far as that. Her blue skill, which is additional information education, is increases the damage ships dealt to light armor enemies by 15. When the ship is sorted with Helena, decreases the ship's damage taken by 18%. When sorted without Helena, increases the ship's evasion by 15%, and decreases damage taken by frontmost ship in your vanguard by 5. So it's actually nice. You can synergize her with the other Helena. She gets decreased damage as well taken by almost 20%, which is actually really good, especially if you're farming and everything like that as well. She gets increased evasion as well by 15%, and she decreases the damage taken by your frontmost vanguard ship by 5 as well. So overall, very unique, awesome skill, because I was hoping that they would set her aside from the regular Helena that we're all used to for boosting damage in boss fights with her radar scan and everything like that as well, and then her getting another skill for her retrofit that Helena got as well and everything. Now we're going to move on to her yellow, which is scanner hacking. I love the names of these ships and everything like that, or the name of these skills and all that. It's very sought out. I love scanner hacker. What a skill name. Increases the ship's firepower and accuracy by 15%. Every 15 seconds, 100% chance to spawn a zone on the battlefield that sets the speed of enemies within it to 0 for 3 seconds. This is probably by far the skill that sets her aside from a lot of the other CLs in the game as well, and makes her actually extremely valuable because we all know how slow reduction is in Azur Lane, getting that speed set to a certain enemy to 0 where they can't practically move, and then you just have either your back line or your front line completely destroy them. And the fact that she has a 100% chance to proc that, it's not even a 75 chance or anything lower than that. It's a 100% chance to proc this, and that happens every 15 seconds. So that's really, really good as far as a utility offered to a ship in the frontline position, and can definitely give your Vanguard a really good, unique overall buff and source of damage as that as well. We also have her increasing her firepower and accuracy, which her base stats for firepower and accuracy is like her firepower is actually pretty solid for CL and everything like that, considering that, you know, she is a replicated copy of our normal Helena, but some may argue that she is slightly better than the original one. Well, we can't really say that considering the fact that they both have their unique setup and everything like that, and she is more synergized with Helena, but can she stand by herself? Yeah, definitely, if you have, you know, her fully kitted out with, you know, in best slot gears as far as her main guns, her auxiliary, and also have her fully decked out as far as her physical limit break imitation and everything like that as well. So looking on to her last and final skill, or okay, her first skill that I should have started with, is the Shadow Wing Touch, which is her barrage based skill. 30% chance to increase the damage taken by enemies hit by 10%. Damage is based on skill. When the ship has any piece of Eagle Union gear equipped, fires this barrage every 15 seconds. So give her Eagle Union gear, decreases her barrage time, and you got that barrage that will not only increase the damage that the enemies are going to take, but also you have your yellow skill, which is also going to slow them down. So you have a awesome good buff as well. You can use Eagle guns on her, which Eagle guns in general, as far for CLs, are good source of damage. So you can either reduce that cooldown time on her barrage and everything like that as well. These pretty much synchronization rewards usually depends on the ship. I mean, I'm not so far as in like super grindy person that wants to like get all of these, because I'm just like, oh cool, you know, 60,000 points for 40 nanochronic, you know, materials. I'm just like, I don't really need these. Of course, in time I'll need it again when another ship that comes out will need this, but by the time that happens, these appear in the shop too, so I would just buy them in the shop and then I'll have this. I usually stop around 50. I just get all my copies and then I'll try to get the crate or something like that. This is a good crate to get because it's Eagle Union tech boxes, which Eagle Union tech boxes are one of the best gear in the game overall for Pacific gear in general for ships. They offer some of the best in slot gear and everything like that as well. So moving on, as far as physical battles, Helena has been one of the most interesting ones as far as her actual battles that happen compared to the other two that kind of just sat there and let us wail on them, where Arc Royal and Hero were fast, but you could just use CVs and dive dumpster them with, you know, a slow comp that would slow Hero or Arc Royal down, and then they would just sit and just take all the damage from the airstrike anyways. So this is another thing with Helena. Now Helena is a CL, so she's going to be weak to HE, so typically what I found good that will work against her is going to be a 3 battleship backline, or you could do the other one that's working right now for people as well too, which is like Nagato, Nagato, Shinano, and some people use Shokaku or something else as well. You can use NJ as well. NJ I think is definitely viable. NJ is extremely busted, high damage, good barrage skills, everything like that as well. The HE works nice, but a lot of the times, like where a lot of sorts your damage is going to be slowing her down, because Helena has so many like speed buffs, and her directional patterns are, she dodges a lot of your bullets practically. So try to use a CV on her when she moves constantly, is that your CVs are going to miss majority of their damage, because they need that target to stay there so that they can hit all their bombs and everything like that as well. Going on from there, frontline, why Rune Muse is a good choice is because she has that root when she lands her barrage. So if Rune can land her barrage, you can slow Helena there to keep her down there and keep her stuck. So that way your backline can do more damage and everything like that. Your backline wants to get as many barrages off as they can, so that you can do the most damage as possible running HE. You really wouldn't want to go AP just due to the fact that, AP rounds versus medium armor to light armor is, we all know how that goes. It's non-existent and everything like that as well. A lot of the things that I see, like majority of the issue is that a lot of it's gearing, especially certain gear, like really Pepeka playing in slots, battleships are using some other stuff. Uh, we can also, every time, like I like to do it, I mean, I can do 2 runs and then they're done, or I could do bosses and everything like that. Everyone, usually when you sort your damage with Helena, the main reason why you can do more damage with your own battle is because you have that supported barrage that does like a shit ton of damage anyways. So a lot of times, as far as your damage, that actually how much you do against her, I like to do it in the world because you don't have the supported barrage. So how much damage you actually average in the world is usually how much damage you're going to average realistically, because you don't have that supportive barrage that's being given to you from the game in your own. Helena works the same way with everybody else. You have your 3 dailies, and then you have your 2 own attempts as well. You gather cognitive chips and everything like that from your coordinates on the maps. Just by farming and doing random maps, you can obtain Ashen coordinates. Once you get 100, you can spawn your own version of your meta. Each time you progressively beat a meta, your levels up. You go going from 1 to 15, 15 being the highest, and that's where you're gonna get your, your coordinates and everything like that for other fights and everything. You have your dailies. Dailies work the same way. Someone will spawn their meta. It'll be level 1 through 15. You'll go fight that, and so on. And you get the highest you can get is like 75, I believe, points for supporting and everything like that. If you did good damage, I'm not 100% sure what the highest is, but I think it's 75 if you do good damage against someone else's meta. For yours, it's over 300 plus if you do good damage and you use that to simulate your meta and everything like that, and make her stronger and make her more developed and everything as well. Going from on so on forward, good ships to use against her. Once again, battleships. You have New Jersey, who's really good as far as her physical barrage. So having New Jersey will be highly valuable in the back line. Stuff like FDG or How or Veneto. So people who have more of a HE based barrage, you don't really want that AP barrage, just because once again the armor restrictions. So having the HE damage up front is going to be really good. Your front line, if you have a St. Louis PR evolved at the moment, you could definitely use her for the HE damage bonus and the evasion as well. You could use Ozma. Ozma does a really good solid damage against her. You can use Aurora, which will actually increase the damage dealt to her due to Aurora's skill that increases damage against CLs as by 20%. So having Aurora leveled up at that time will definitely make her valuable to the fight and everything. And mine wasn't, unfortunately, leveled up during the time, because I thought I could use my CVs against her, and then I learned progressively through the course of time that the CVs were not going to be so great against her just because of how fast that she was. But overall, main goal is to hit her with as much HE as physically possible, decrease her speed so you can actually land shots and everything on her to provide you the best damage source as possible. But my physical overall assumption of Helena is she's really good. I'm really happy with that meta, even though we already have Helena to begin with. But overall, if you don't have Helena or anything like that, and you got your copy of Helena meta and she is max lemma broken, I would definitely continue using her, as she offers, even without using the other Helena in your comp, she'll still offer you valuable sources to help you farm and good synergization with damage up front and setting up stuff with your backline as well. Other than that, guys, I just want to do a quick video about it. I know a lot of people have been asking me about Helena meta and some of the stuff that I've been seeing as far as like when I have supportive when I do the supports and I see people's like compensations and everything like that for their physical attributes to my meta, and I'm seeing gear that's like very Pepega on people's ships and stuff like that. In the course of time, a lot of them are new. A lot of them don't know what gear is good and what's valuable for certain ships. But I will be getting those videos out soon. Those will probably be my next series of videos. Is to start breaking down them in the series of what gear is good for DDs, what gear is good for light cruisers, heavy cruisers, large cruisers, and then so on, and then the videos will go on from there. Other than that, guys, anniversary is right around the corner for JP. Hopefully it'll bring us something that we're all waiting for, either another UR or a UR retrofit or skins of certain ships that we all want and anything like that. But hopefully you guys enjoyed. Comment down below if you guys do have any questions or anything like that as well. I do like reading your comments. I will time gate this video just to have segments breaking down of like where we explain stuff and everything as well. And then I will see all you guys again next time. Until then, if you guys did like it, like, comment, subscribe, and I will see all you guys again next time. Take care, have a good one, and peace out.